Yo, dude, so, I need your help with a school project. You really hung up on me. Yeah, dude, I promise, I'm not gonna set you on fire. Again. Okay, I know I promised that already, but I'm not going to.
Hi, I'm Elijah.
Hi, I'm Early Shepherd.
Hi, my name is Jackie Blue, and I am Michael's friend from Mexico.
I'm Sean Shepherd.
Hi, I'm Michael Dean, and I use code switching. Okay, Elijah, have you ever heard of code switching?
No.
Have you ever heard of code switching?
No.
I haven't really heard about what code switching is until recently. I think I just heard the word like on the news or something. I didn't really know what it is.
Have you ever heard of code switching?
No, not really.
Okay. Yes, actually, I use code switching almost daily.
Switching your words with different people. I think switching how you act with different people.
Like you take like games and switch the code. That's what I think.
Okay.
So my guess is that code switching is like when you change maybe your personality, like certain characteristics about yourself in with a group of people.
I think it's when you change JavaScript to Python.
For those who don't know what code switching is, code switching, defined by Google, is the practice of alternating between two or more languages or varieties of language in a conversation. Or to put it in other terms, code switching is when you change the way you speak or act in a certain community environment.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I do it kind of often, especially for like online friends, just in case they're like kind of sketch and I don't want to know my actual like, persona. I kind of do a little code switching, but for the most part, when I'm hanging out with real life people, I try to keep it as like genuine as possible.
Okay.
I think I have done code switching before, from maybe recently, when I hang out with certain people, like especially the popular kids. They do and say certain things that I might not agree with or feel very comfortable with, so I might just code switch to like blend in and not cause much trouble. Like I just want to be neutral, not to be like the center of attention or anything, or like cause like some issue, some conflict. So I might be code switching, for example, with certain guys that sometimes they can be sexist and they can say some pretty rude stuff. So I might just code switch to like not care much and just be like very, the typical basic girl, very laughy and haha, yeah, sure, take it very lightly, the situation, to not get offended by what they say, because they're not very important. So I might just code switch to be very like bubbly and nice, and like I don't care what's going on, I don't care what they saying is mean, because it's just a few hours I'm with them, so I'll just be like, yeah, I think that's a code switching I do, if I understand what it is. Another one would probably be with like my aunts, like with people older than me, like a lot older, like my aunts, maybe even teachers. I have to kind of change to have certain respect. And I don't know about other countries, but I know that, for example, in Mexico, especially the girls, there's a stereotype of stereotypes. We kind of just always have to respect our older people, and we serve them. We have to be ladylike, and I think that's debatable for my personality, like who I really am. It's debatable if I follow all of these things, but with my aunt and like in school with some teachers, I'm the nice, innocent girl that, like, I don't know how to explain. Like, I'm just very nice to them, and I will be polite.
I don't really code switch that much. I only do it with my online friends. But even then, I don't really code switch because I talk to really close friends online.
Yes, I use code switching almost daily. Whether I'm at school or just in public, I tend to lower my voice, I tend to slow it down and use more academic language, so I'm more well understood. When I'm in a safe home environment, I usually tend to higher my voice, and I talk really fast, and I talk to myself a lot, and I stutter a lot as well. But I'm more in my head than I am usually. The evidence I have is from the Barbershop by Vershawn Young. Quote unquote, the barbers and many customers assume that Eric is gay. As a result, unlike other regulars who become key players in the discourse community, Mills writes that Eric is silenced as an agenda setter. When he would initiate conversations, the men would turn away, ignore him, or patronize him for a short while to only move quickly to other topics. Instead of engaging with Eric, they would act annoyed by his mannerisms and voice. The barbershop men didn't even know Eric's sexuality, yet they treated him differently because he acted gay.
Well, I code switch to being professional because either embarrassment or I'm not comfortable with the right people.
Just so people, like online people, don't know how I'm actually like all the time. Because I don't really, just in case.
Care much, but my motive is like to stay neutral in that little time. It's not worth it and to just cause the issues, just enjoy the time, stay neutral. I think that's maybe why I code switch. Again, if I understood what it was.
No, I don't really code switch that often, and I don't really have a motive. I just feel like I fit in a bit better.
Yeah, my motive for code switching is, I don't really have one. I'm just scared to be myself because of the way I've been treated in my past. And when I used to be my actual self at school, I would get bullied a lot. I would get beaten up. I would get ostracized. I would have this and that happen to me. So I've learned to act different, I guess.
I don't think you can stop it. It just depends on the people. Like how I said it. If I'm comfortable enough, I'll change how I act. So I believe it depends on the people, on the person.
I think for socially, I don't think code switching should be encouraged, but I don't think it should be stopped. I feel like I should be able to use freely, but but honestly as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be too crazy with the code switching, because then it'll be really weird and not cool.
I definitely think the community should try to stop code switching. I don't think it's a good thing we do, but it's a bit debatable. But I think the best way to help people stop code switching is to understand that we have to respect each other, truly respect each other, and that everybody has opinions, everybody has opinions, so we should listen to each other's opinions respectfully and just listen to each other. And something we have to remember is that we can respect others' opinions, but it doesn't mean we agree with them. Just always be respectful. And being respectful doesn't mean you're agreeing with somebody's opinion. For example, with a typical one, pro-life and pro-choice, stuff related to the LGBTQ plus community. with certain people, we can probably can't talk about it, but you know, we just got to respect each other's opinions. We're not gonna change them, and I think this would help code switching, because we wouldn't have to code switch, because I know they're respecting me and I'm not gonna be in trouble for what I said or who I am. So I definitely think by respecting and listening to others, it will help with code switching.
I feel like code switching is a double-edged sword here, as code switching can be used for good and for evil, as many people have to code switch because of their gender, their sexuality, their race, their background, where they were raised. People have to code switch all the time for awful reasons, but also people have to code switch for personal or professional reasons, as code switching is also used in a professional setting, whether it's at work, at school, those are the two things. But using code switching professionally, I don't feel should be stopped being used, but using code switching personally, or using code switching because you're afraid of who you are, you shouldn't have to do that. You straight up just shouldn't have to code switch to not be the person you are. Thank you for watching this presentation about code switching. I hope I was able to cover all the ground that I could. Have a nice day.